Welcome to my channel where I upload stuff that I think is funny and entertaining. You don't have to agree with me, but I don't really care. This video idea came to me after I got autofilled in League and I got a good top lane experience, the typical one. So what I did after the first games, I played 3 more games of top lane on 3 different champs and I commented on them afterwards to give you an experience just how good top lane is and how good it feels to play top lane. Also, just a quick note, I'm playing in gold elo. This is me on the US server, so just don't expect high elo gameplay. You will see that it's quite bad. And please don't try to teach me afterwards in the comments that I'm bad. Like, I'm hard good for 3 years now and I don't plan to change that. It's for the best. So, being autofilled, I followed my diamond friend Rice and picked on since I had to blind pick it. And also in the loading screen, you already see the perfect example for this elo. Fucking Phil 6 support named Permaloose Dog. This gives a really good example for this game. On really proves to be a strong pick after I forced my lane opponent's flash early on. If that was up to me playing it really insanely or my lane opponent obviously just playing it really bad, it's up to your imagination or your judgment. This advantage is quickly reverted when my laner roams mid, helps to kill my mid laner, which I only realized after I rewatched the footage. Map awareness. What is that? Is that something for high elo players? Map awareness is realizing which situation you are in and how to effectively manipulate it to your advantage. Okay. I use this new gained information a minute later by TPing bot and countering a gank on our bot lane and soon securing 2 kills for our team. Now you will see something that will happen also in another game. Me over chasing for a kill, then in the end getting nothing and losing plates on top lane and also selling my teammate for this. Did I say I'm gold? Yes. Did I say I'm good? No. I then come to the realization that even though I'm doing good, the rest of the map isn't. When I witness a gank from our jungle and mid lane, I see how fat Lee Sin is and how bad my mid lane is. Top lane is an island. After this realization, I tried to get an advantage top, fighting my lane opponent and killing her in the end, but making so many mistakes I couldn't even count or include them all in this clip. After this though, the tides begin to turn as Ezreal gets 2 major shutdowns and I would just stand there crafting items as Kane kills the enemy ADC. As the enemy team is full AD, me and Kane are now basically unkillable and we win teamfight after teamfight, get Drakes and Ashe, and yeah, there's just no way for them to kill us. Also, did you just see my mid lane and the Ahri? This is the kind of apes I have to play with in this, you know? Just look at it. I don't have words for that. And after one last team fight in bot lane, which is the definition of this gold team fight, where basically where everybody is just mashing their buttons hoping that it works, but nobody has really a clue what they are doing, like every team fight in every of these games, the enemy team proceeds to surrender and with that accept the superiority of Daddy Ornn. Next game, for once my face cam arrived so you can see my beautiful face, and since I wanted to start a series, I picked a more interesting champion, Camille. This game is going to be a shorter one since I didn't really do much. Also, last game it was a Fiddle support, this game it's Nico support, and I'm starting to see a pattern here which I don't like. Describe it as laning phase against Zero real quick. I died to a jungle gank, I got chunked out, I got dive, but also got a return kill, and then I lost my tower in minute L. So that's how it's like to play against Zero. Fun. Another pattern that I begin to see here is me TPing bot and securing kills for my team. This time it was 3 kills, probably the most useful thing I did this game for real. And again I chased after more kills, but this time not resulting in me just selling one teammate and losing a few plates, but giving Aurelia almost 5 kills and my whole team dying, which I think is worse, but they shouldn't have died there. Let's be real, it was my fault. Also, has anyone ever seen a full-on 5v5 with at least 3 TPs in this elo? Because I haven't. In the next minutes, me and my opponent top laner decide to just run it down one after another again and again. But in the end, after he runs it down, we get Ashe, and after some back and forth fights, we finally won the game. And I didn't really have much impact, but so didn't Yorick, so I guess it's okay. After last game, performance wasn't so much impactful, I went back to tanks. I decided it would be a good idea to first time Sion. This time, both teams actually have a normal support, but I stumbled upon a different breed of players. Hard stack OTPs with over 1 million master wins. Like, I really understand how you can play a champion for this long and don't get tired and not rank up in Elo's somewhat. Since I don't really know what to do on my change, I started W to tank the auto attacks for my jungler. Maybe this will help me get a gank at some point in the game. Fun fact, it didn't. At the time I killed my 4-3, the 1.7 million mastery points looks already gave my first blood against the GP, level 1. While there's action happening across the map, me and Shen are just peacefully farming in the upper top lane. This changed when the Fire Nation, in form of a really aggressive Kane, attacked me. But they didn't get the message that a train is killed by fire, and by the end, Shen just dies for it. The next minutes are just resonant sleeper gameplay with Shen ulting a bot a few times and me getting plates in the process. But I do have to say, I really look focused in the camp. I never actually realized that. I had to include this clip since it's one of the most satisfying ults I ever landed, so just enjoy the clip. After this follows just the same gameplay as in every game so far, as both teams fights mostly over nothing, get some objectives here, they get some objectives there, nothing really worth showing. What is worth showing though are the 4k damage I got in one team fight from only killing you over a long period of time. This game ends how every game so far ends, with one last siege in their base, one last scrappy team fight, and yes, I'm saying this again, but every game had scrappy team fights all over it and there's just nothing changing from game to game. But I'm 3 out of 3 so far, and my recap after these games is that tanks are actually pretty fun. Please play more tanks in your solo queue games, and yeah, quite successful, but I don't know if I had that much impact. New day, new game. I had to take a break from League obviously, because I need to regain my mental health, and for this game, I thought tanks worked out so far. They had picked 280 champs in the draft so far, so Malphite, obvious answer, but I got counterpicked by Cassiopeia top lane. You can insert any rage over ranged top laners here, but everybody knows that already. So luckily, my Yasuo used his last range set to swap lanes with me. This resulted in me solo killing my opponent and him dying for the first time. 11 minutes into the game, I get real top lane vibes again, even though I was mostly mid, as both junglers are incredibly fat, my Yasuo being on the road to stand their power spike, and my bot lane also having died 6 times already. One successful mid lane roam and another kill on Cassiopeia later, the game is looking decent, especially because you get a mountain drake later, and this is the real shit for Malphite. But it's at this point Yasuo decides that he doesn't want to pursue his goal of 10 deaths and just DCs. We still managed to get the next track due to an insane ult by me, and after this Yasuo actually decides to come back and keep on doing nothing. In the following team fight, I then have to realize that if Viego dies immediately or as the first person, we have no chance of winning a team fight since Yasuo doesn't have his standard deaths yet, and Ashe just get killed by Zed or Rengar, and so we don't have any damage for them. This is how every following team fight in this game goes. If Viego gets a reset, we win the team fight, and like this we get Nash, we get Soul, but in the end, even after 30 or 35 minutes, Ashe and Yasuo still can't do anything, and are completely useless, so in the end, we lose, because Viego gets catched. This is one of the games that make you hate League and want you to deinstall it, because you lose the game because you have 2 apes in your team, and they don't do anything, but I mean, you have these games, and yeah, that's just how it goes. Originally, I intended to play 5 games for this video, but after realizing I had to record another game because I forgot one, and seeing how long the script already was, I decided to keep it at 4 games. My fazit for these games is, I guess top lane is fun, but it's hard to find impact in, at least in Loredo.